أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربش رحلي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل Muhammad. Warm welcome to all of my lovers, followers, subscribers, friends, everyone who is with me now or later must be appreciated a lot and welcomed a lot for being with me. So, guys, uh, unfortunately, I wasn't able to be live last Saturday, what I used to, and now once again in front of you with a very popular and important topic. Like, most of the times I used to be discussing for this uh, politics, Pakistani politics. And very first of all, I would like to welcome the guys who are with me and must be joining me later. So please, you guys tell me who are with me so that I could start my speech. So who is with me? Abbas is with me, and who is the second one? Okay, so you definitely are supposed to or can give your own opinion about uh, your opinion about the topic which has been selected today for the speech. I used to talk about the politics of Pakistan a lot. Areeb, Areeb, how are you? Azra, thanks a lot. Azra is with us all the time. We are from Saudi Arabia, so really grateful to her. So, guys, Pakistani politics is on very dangerous turn, I consider. I've never observed in my life this much danger before in a politics. Very impractical, much more problematic. Ruxana is there. Ruxana, thanks for joining. If you guys remember my previous videos, there I used to be criticizing. So, guys, sorry, there was a little bit interruption from our internet. So now it's working good. So I was talking that I used to be. Yes, Abbas, how are you? So I used to be criticizing in a positive manner to the current opposition and the government of that time, PTI. And now the same thing is happening. That government is now the opposition, mean PTI, the Imran Khan is on roads, and the previous opposition, PMLN and other parties of PDM, they were on the roads, and now people are part of government. I really don't understand. Just mean we are having these circles. What is the reason behind? We people are always, our opposition is on the roads. What is the matter? And all the oppositions, might be in the government in certain times. But why this is happening, that the same government has to be on the roads while the people are in opposition? Very first of all, we have to try. We have to try to find out the reasons for this until we people are working on that. So definitely, we won't be able to find out the remedy and solution of this issue. I really don't understand. Like one government is is out of the roads and opposition is on the roads. Then same opposition in the government and the other who was in the government must be on the roads. Why this has been happening for a long time? You know that Many times I've spoken about it, that 75 years have been passed while having freedom, while having being free country on the earth, but still, till now, we people haven't been able to find out the remedy for these things. Even unfortunately, that we people haven't been able to find out any stable government. Have we ever thought about it? Have we ever gone to be thinking about it, that what is going on with us? So anybody is having remedy of this thing? Even our establishment, our forces, secret agencies, are they having any solution for this? I really don't understand. I mean, government, what happens with the same government when they become opposition, or they're going to join opposition? So they are behaving in the same way. That means, in my consideration, I consider that everybody is willing to be just in the power, is willing to be in the government all the time. They never want to be in opposition. While we are observing, we are criticizing much more to our neighboring country, and in the globe, everywhere this has not been happening. I tell you very interesting incidents, just in the history of UK, one prime minister has been there for 45 days, Liz Truss. And why she was removed? Just on economical issues. She wasn't able to handle financial issues, that's why she resigned. And from the same party, a person joined that being prime minister, Mr. Rishi Sunak. Now he is Prime Minister of UK. And you know that he is belonging from the same party. I mean, this is happening if a person is unable to manage the conditions or the situations of country, whatever, whether the finances, whether other issues, so a person is going to be changed. A new prime minister come in. Here, you know what happens, that one person who has been elected as a prime minister, so that person would remain prime minister forever. I mean, we are having this example, like people are talking about that, okay, this prime minister has been prime minister for 2 times, 3 times, for 10 years, for 15 years, for 20 years, and result is zero. That our country is starting on the same position where it was. So what is the reason? The reasons are, you people need to be changing. I am not a party. You people are well aware about it, that I just go for the right thing. I just believe on those people who are working for the Pakistan, who are working for the betterment of Pakistan. But here, you know what is going to happen? That everybody needs power. Everybody needs to be prime minister forever, till his or her death, which is going to be the biggest problem in our country. Very first of all, we have to get remedy for this. Very first of all of the parties, and very interesting thing I want to tell you, that why we people are not having stabilized political system in our country, because election or electoral system is not working in our political parties. This is going to be the first reason, that no election is going to be held within the parties, which is the basic root or basic requirement of every political party. But are we doing this thing? Never, which is going to be the biggest fact. No party has been going for this activity. And I request to all of my respectable political parties, if you people are willing to have stabilized system in your country, and if you want that your country, your government should be working with stability forever, at least what the time has been given to you for 5 years, if you people want perfection of that time, if you people want completion of those 5 years, so very first of all, you people will have to introduce electoral system in your own party, very first of all, which is the basic requirement of democracy. We are talking about a democracy, that we people are living in democratic country, and we people are not having democracy in our political parties. And then we people are demanding that, okay, we definitely need democratic system and democratic stability we need. How this is going to be possible? It's never been possible, and it would never be possible, I tell you. This won't be happening, would never be happening. Very first of all, whosoever has been elected as a president of a political party must be given the opportunity. Is this happening in our country? Just a person who is going to launch the party is going to be the president for that party forever, till the death. So it's not going to be working. I really don't understand. Definitely we people are having many nice and great leaders like Bhutto, Zulfikar Bhutto, Imran Khan, Nawaz Sharif, I consider all of them might be good. But the point is that have you ever gone for this basic requirement of democracy? Never, never. And that is going to be the biggest reason of a failure in our political system. And definitely, just if you people, I have mentioned many more times in my videos that if you people are going to be observing like from 1985, so just no government was there which completed its tenure. In 1985, a prime minister, Mr. Jadeja, was elected as a prime minister. Okay, he was sacked after 3 years. Then Bibi Benazir Bhutto was elected as a prime minister in 1988. So she was sacked in 1990. Then in 1990, Nawaz Sharif was elected as a prime minister. He was sacked in 1993. Then Benazir Bhutto was re-elected. Then she was sacked in 1996. Then Nawaz Sharif was elected again in 1996. He was sacked in 99. In 2002, definitely a Prime Minister Jamali was elected as a Prime Minister from Q League. He was sacked after 2.5 years. Okay, then definitely next, after that, Mr. Gilani from Multan, from my area, he was elected as a Prime Minister. After 4 years, he was sacked. Then Nawaz Sharif came again into power. He was sacked after 4 years. Now the same thing occurred when Imran Khan was Prime Minister. He was sacked after 4 years. Okay, so just tell one thing very important, that like from 22 and 15, 37 years history I have presented in front of you. Like 75 years have been passed in the freedom of your country, and I have given you the history of 37 years from 1985 till now, till today. What has been the history of Pakistan? What has been the history of our politics? What are the histories of instabilities in our country? So just tell me that if you people are introduce a stable system in 37 years, then how you are going to cope that up this issue is going to be resolved in what way? Never, never you people are going to be flourished more, and you are going to be having any stability in political system. Because very first of all, I would request to the parties here, I don't want to be party. I don't want to be partisan. I don't want to be saying that, okay, that party is working good, that is not working good. But I want to say one thing, that no party is unfortunately till now is acting on this biggest democratic activity, which is electoral system within the party. And every leader, like if Imran Khan is there, Nawaz Sharif is there, Bilawal is there, the people are believing, they have very strong belief that, okay, we have to go for electoral system within the party. But unfortunately, the people are not working. The people are not doing something practically. Until you people are working practically, so I tell you that not be able to find out any remedy for this issue. This is one of the fact. You will have to accept it. But just by closing our eyes, the things are going to be rectified, not going to be possible. You have to be very practical. And then I really do understand what is happening in our country nowadays. The thing is, okay, PTI, the opposition, they are on the roads, but they skipped coming into the parliament, and they are willing to have the supremacy of parliament, but they are out of the parliament, just on roads. So, sir, Imran Khan, this is my request to Imran Khan, that you are saying that, okay, this assembly is not up to the mark. It's been removed illegally. Sir, you enjoyed this assembly for 4 years roundabout. Then why are you not spending this 1 year? If you want to raise your voice, then go to the assembly, and you must be raising your voice. Who is going to stop you? Who is going to say that, okay, you cannot raise your voice? You can definitely. But why you are not going? Even if you are re-elected, you will have to go to assembly. The same thing occurred while in 2013-14. You said that, okay, I'm not willing to enter in the assembly. And you didn't enter. But later on you did. Which is going to be the fault? So, sir, I request to all of the politicians that very first of all, you will have to give respect to the National Assembly. The Assembly is the Senate. which are lower and upper house of this country, are very much respectable. Legislative institutions, those are. If you people are not going to be effective and if you people are not working for the effect of those institutions, I tell you that nothing is going to be possible if you are willing to have a democratic country. For having democratic country, very first of all, you will have to give respect to these institutions, because these institutions are legislative ones where you are making laws. Then the implementers are coming. As much you people are going to respect these institutions, I tell you that you are going definitely be flourished more and more. Otherwise, very sorry to say, it's not going to be possible. It's very much biggest unfortunate. So, and second thing, that round about 4 to 5 people have been killed in this long march. I want to discuss this issue as well. Okay, marches, protests are the basic right of every individual. If somebody considering that something is going to be wrong with me, so I can raise my voice. I can protest. I can arrange a long march or short marches. Everything is possible. So this is my question to all of my politicians. Poor are just there to be killed out in your marches and in your protests. I know that this is fact, that leaders are also killed here, like the Bhutto, like the Bibi, like the Murtaza Bhutto, like the Shahnawaz Bhutto. They face many more troubles. I believe, I accept, I agree. But definitely few leaders and majority of the people, I would like to share, there was a time of Zulfikar Bhutto when he was hanged. So many people were killed at that time, many people, uncountable. If you're going to ask from the people who were active at the time. So they must be telling you the facts. How many people were hanged? How many people were hanged and killed and brutally, they were tortured. At the time of Bibi Benazir Bhutto, while she came back, many people were killed, tortured severely, time to time. So I just want to ask, for these leaders who are doing nothing for the people, who are doing nothing for the nation, and people are going to sacrifice their lives. So, sir, very sorry to say, I keep on saying to all of my people, all of my Pakistani brothers and sisters, to my masses, for God's sake, have a right selection. These are not the leaders who are considered or who should be considered up to the mark. Unfortunately, we people are not having some calibered leaders who must be working for the betterment of the country and for the betterment of the nation and for the betterment of the masses. We people are held responsible too, that why we people are unable to find out a caliber leadership for our country. Because while we people are having the power in democratic system, we can choose the power, choose the right politician. Then why we people are not choosing? What's the reason behind? Aren't we having the capability of selecting any calibered or leveled leader who must be doing something better for the country and for the masses, for the people? But unfortunately, we are not. So we are held responsible as well for this failure. If we people are having problem in instabilities in our government, in our political system, we people, the masses, the people are also held responsible for this. While you are having the power to have been selected your leadership by yourself, then why I am not fulfilling my liability? I am having all the time for myself, for my family, for my friends, but I don't have even a few minutes for my country, which is going to be very effective for my future and as well as for others' future, my family's future, my neighbor's future, my friend's future. But unfortunately, I am not going towards that. I really don't understand why the people are in the march, why the people are joining the march. What's the reason? Previous government was also fully involved in just creating inflation on a large number, and present regime too. They are doing the same things. No change. It's been increased much more. So where to go? Where to go? We don't have any option to go anywhere else. We are supposed to be here. We are supposed to be within the country. We cannot leave this country. We can't go outside of this country. We have to be here. So at least I think we must be thinking for the betterment of our country, which is concerning for me, for my family, for my friends, for my coming generations. Even I am supposed to think about my generations which are coming. Okay, if I'm not thinking for myself, at least I should be thinking for my generation. But unfortunately, we people are not. Very unfortunate. That is going to be the biggest reason of the failure of our political system. Where is the present regime? For God's sake, I tell you that poverty has been increased this much in our country. People are having nothing for eating even. The basic necessities cannot be even fulfilled by the people. What the people should be doing for that? What the people must be doing for that? Is there any remedy for the people? Is there any suggestion for the people? Is there any solution for the people who could kill their poverty? You are not even having your basic necessities to be afforded. What to talk about the lavish lifestyle? So we have to think about it. We have to think about it that obviously we are the nation, we are the Pakistanis, we are the livers of this country. We have to be living here. We have to be dying here. We have to be spending our lives here. So even if we people are not thinking, I tell you that these politicians are going to do nothing for us. We're just there for our politicians for having protests, long or short marches, just they are using us till that level. Whosoever is in the opposition, not concerning any specific point, all of them, unfortunately, are they going to do something? Is there anything done by any government to rectify the corruption from my society, from my country? Whichsoever government has come into the power, the corruption has been increased more. What to talk about the decreasing? And corruption is going to be the biggest reason of being poverty in our country. While you are snatching the right of other persons, so definitely you are going to be poor. And snatching the right of yours is very common in a country. Occupations on the lands, occupations on other utilities is much more. So these are the issues. And I just want, the purpose of my speech is just to wake my nation. You must be thinking about your leadership, what they are doing. Not to be saying that many people are saying, okay, they're doing nothing, so we are not concerned with them. We are not concerned with, we should not be concerned with them. But we must be concerned with our people. We must be concerned with our country, because this is my country, this is your country, this is every Pakistani's country. But unfortunately, I think so, the politicians are thinking that it's not the country. It might be the country, but they are only thinking for themselves, not for the nation, not for the masses, not for the people. This is going to be one of the facts. We have to bring this mental approach, this thinking point to everyone, that you people must be thinking for this country. And unfortunately that we have faced all of the politicians for a long time, but nobody has done a lot for. Not what to talk about lot, not the minor thing has been done by them for the betterment of the masses of people of the country. So I really request you all, for God's sake, Think for your country. Think for yourself. Think for your friends. Think for your families. Think for your coming generations. Think for your youth. If you want a flourished nation for all of them, you need to be thinking about your leadership. If you are not going to think about your leadership, unfortunately, which is doing nothing for the betterment of this nation, if you are not even thinking about it, so believe you me that you are going to face failure. Your generations would be facing. Your generations would have to face troubles more. You know, we people are living in the era of competition, where we have to face the competition of the globe, because now we are a global village. So just we are lacking the basics. Even unfortunately, we are lacking in justice system, which is not working appropriately in our country, where the Hazrat Ali says that definitely infidels could flourish, but with justice. With injustice can never be flourished, even you are Muslim, which is one of the fact. Justice is going to be the very significant tool for having flourished nation or country. So in the end, I just would say, for God's sake, if I request to the I never request to the politicians, because I know that they are going to do nothing for you. But I request to my nation, please start thinking for the nation, for the country, for your young generation, for your youth, for your family, for your coming people who are going to join this earth after 10 years, 20 years, 15 years. Think for them. And choose a leader. You cannot say the leaders are not there. Leaders are there, but you need to be searching them. But we don't have time for searching the leaders. Elections are on head. Many people are raising this cry that, okay, when the elections are going to be held, ultimately in a year, going to be held. You must be preparing the people. You must be preparing yourself for the elections. If you consider that you could be the leader, then make up your mind and prepare yourself. It's not the thing that just leaders who are just apparently or in front of you, they are going to be leaders. Many hidden people could be the leaders. You need to be finding them. You need to be finding them out. In the end, I just would request that all of you guys must be thinking for your country, for your nation, because it's very great and nice nation. Almighty has bestowed us, that we should not just be thinking that this has been in the hands of the non-professionals who are going to damage us. We people need to be working more and more with honesty. Then definitely we must be doing everything. We must be keeping everything in the hands of Almighty, and Almighty will do definitely good for us and for our generation. So, ever give some time to your country. Think for the country. Because if this country exists, I exist, you exist, every one of us exists. If this country, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid, it's not been there, so none is there. Thank you very much. Long live Pakistan.